Welcome to the Moment of Truth video series, presented by Alec, Robinette, and Elemental Financial, where we're going to explore people's stories of moments in time when they decided to take action to make a change in their life, to live life a little more fully. What is your moment of truth? Alec, Robinette here.
Vania Quiles here.
And we are going to do a little moment of truth conversation, interview. Vania, I've been going around asking people to tell me a time in their life when they've had a moment of truth. And I'm describing that as and this can completely be up to you how you want to tell your story, but a time where you've had this moment of clarity and made a decision, your life changed. I like to think of it as where we've decided I want to live life a little more fully. Could you tell me that story?
Awesome, yeah. I want to say this was probably in 2013. I had just recently moved back here to North Carolina from New Jersey. I was working on some music up there, but I just felt like my life wasn't really being fulfilled. So I moved back here. This is where I call home. And my focus was to kind of like get my life in order and start working on music, but from a different perspective while I was here. And I actually ended up getting into a relationship, and the relationship ended up being extremely toxic. I had met this guy at a gym, and I learned a little bit about working out and everything, but it's like over time I noticed that he was a wolf in sheep's clothing. So anytime I would mention any kind of passion of mine, he would kind of like just shut it down. And so there would be times that we'd be on our way to the gym and I would start singing and he would be like, shut the heck up, like nobody wants to hear that, you're putting me to sleep and that's whack. And it's just like, it literally got to the point where I felt like, why am I here? You know, like this talent means nothing. And I literally just believed the lies that he was basically throwing in my face. And it got to the point where I became borderline suicidal and I gave up on my passion. I stopped singing, I stopped writing songs, I stopped dreaming, you know, and everything was about him and what he wanted, but it became such an abusive relationship. And so I got the opportunity to actually go to Full Sail. And so when that opportunity fell in my lap, I thought, wow, Full Sail University in Orlando, like, I don't know, should I do this? Like, you know, I don't know anybody out there. It was really scary. And it took me some time to really think about it, but I had just recently broken up with that person. And I said, you know what, I really have nothing holding me back. I'm just gonna go. And so like I had that moment of truth where I was like, am I gonna sit here and continue to be complacent with the life that I've been living? Or am I actually gonna take this leap of faith and step into the unknown and see what can come from it? And I took that leap of faith and I went out there and I met some amazingly talented people from all over the world. I mean, from Japan, South Korea, Mexico, Venezuela, Colombia, from everywhere, even all over the States. And you know, that energy that I got from other creatives, it just kind of like changed my life, and that spark came back. And it was like I found myself again. You know, I came back to my roots and I learned to love myself. And so that's my moment of truth.
Thank you. That's strong. Just to follow up, what would you tell someone else? Like you're thinking like your younger self or someone else that might be in a similar relationship as far as how to maneuver in terms of understanding their own passion and being empowered to follow it so that they can find that spark that you just shared.
I would honestly say, if you love something, if you have a passion for something, you're good at it, and you know and you recognize that you have potential to grow, Don't let anything get in the way. It doesn't matter what the naysayers have to say. If they think you're whack, you're boring, you're not good enough, no. Believe in yourself. Believing in yourself is key. Don't let anything get in the way of your dream.
Thank you. Thank you. That's awesome. Last one. Where can people find you? Can you tell them a little bit about what you're doing? And yeah.
Well, I can be found on Facebook as Vania Quiles, Vania Quiles, or on Instagram and Twitter, _V star with 3 R's, STARRRX3. And I'm really just trying to help out in the community, love on people, and see how I can put my skills and my knowledge to help other fellow aspiring singer-songwriters, artists, just kind of bring their talent to life.
And she has a beautiful voice and energy, as we've just experienced. Thank you very much, Vania. No matter what we face, we all must face a moment of truth.
Peace out.
No matter what we face, we all must face a moment of truth.